If you were to audit your life or have someone audit your life and they were to look at your bank account, your calendar, and your body, what would this story actually tell? So we've talked a lot over the last year and had a lot of people on who have shared their successes. We've had founders, we've had acquisition experts, we've had fitness experts, we've had experts for days in their own fields come on and share their stories of success, their failures. The whole idea of this podcast is to just get some experience vicariously through other people. But we're going to dive straight back into you. Life is a pitch. It's simply that. It is a pitch and it is fun. Let's make sure that you're being sold what you want and you're selling what you actually want to sell. I really just love selling. It's the easiest thing on the planet if you believe in yourself. Let's buckle up. By the way, my name's JL. This is Sell Anything. We've talked about Core 4, which is a very simple framework that comes from a really powerful movement called Wake Up Warrior. Those 4 dimensions are body, being, balance, business. Now I want to flip this around just for a second. Instead of leading with body, being, balance, and then business, let's look at it from the business standpoint. Most of us are listening to this show because we want to learn how to sell better or be better so we can make more money. Money is a driving force that gets the world moving. On a personal level, money is nothing more than a magnifier. Money magnifies who you already are. That's what money does. I'd like to share a story with a guy that I've done some business with in the past. He had a massive exit. He played the game. He bought businesses, rolled them up, sold businesses. He had a massive exit. And he had a beautiful home. And we happened to go visit him at his home. We went out on the dock and we were overlooking this beautiful scene on a beachfront property, basically. He was going through a divorce. And he looked over at me and he said, you know what, dude? I've had more success than I ever imagined I would in my business. And I got nobody to share it with. Balance is how you show up for your family. Because this great man, this friend of mine, was able to find balance, he was able to get his family back. Balance in this framework that we're discussing is nothing more than investing in your family, allocating resources to them. As business people, we often think that allocating our resources is marketing dollars or inventory, cost of goods. The list goes on and on of allocating resources inside of our business. That is not the case in family. Family, our resources are our time, our attention, our presence, and just being there for them when they need us. That's what balance is all about. Here's the secret, though. It is the proving ground for your leadership. There's no performance. There's no balance sheet. There's no, hey, look at this. This is what we did. The shareholders are happy. No. It is real-time feedback of your leadership, which gives me another story. I have a 6-year-old, and 6-year-olds are super intuitive. They're very aware of what's going on. And there are times that I don't think that I'm angry or I don't think that I'm upset, but I may be showing up in a way where he just looks at me and he's like, Dad, why are you angry? And it takes me back just a little bit and makes me think, am I? I don't know if I am. But my face says that I am. My body language says that I am. He's calling me out for being a leader in the way that I'm showing up across the board, not just the words that I'm saying or an email that I'm sending that I can hide behind a text. It is the proving ground for your leadership. Balance is beautiful. Balance is not the end all. It takes us to the next framework, which we hit on an episode or 2 ago. God. Now, when I say God, that's the being quadrant. But being also refers to you as a human. You are a human being with a divine footprint or fingerprint that has been put on you by God. I had a conversation with someone that is very near and dear to me, and they looked at me and they said, what am I missing? And I said, I don't know. Here's the truth of why I say that to you. In the world of self-development, which is beautiful and powerful and I love it, but in the world of self-development, there's so much conversation of you're the problem. Something's missing inside of you. You have everything that you need inside of you, but something's missing. That is a half-truth. Nothing is missing. And yes, you do have everything that you need inside of you to succeed. This is what's missing. It's not a strategy. It's not more tactics. It is God. It is taking God and submitting to Him and letting Him shine His light inside of you so you can see clearly who you are. And then at that point, when you actually see yourself the way that God sees you, it is obvious you are not missing anything. You've just got some habits that are out of whack or some strategies and tactics that you've been subscribing to that aren't on point. And He'll help you get those realigned real quick. I want to leave a very powerful promise to you. As you divest into your being and you deepen that relationship with the divine, with God, you'll be able to use the divine in your daily decisions and see that he can make so much more of you than you could ever do on your own, and that you are not missing anything. You have everything you need. Let him just take the wheel. You know how Carrie Underwood says, Jesus, take the wheel. It's a thing. Last quadrant of the framework. And we'll wrap it all up here and put a nice little bow on it and deliver it to you and let you chew on it. Body. The body is the mirror of what you have manifested. Your body does not lie. Your body keeps a score emotionally and also based off of what you've eaten, how you've trained, and what you've done with it. You look in the mirror and you get the truth of what your habits are. Your body is your receipt of your devotion and discipline or your lack thereof. And this may be a hard pill to swallow for some. I know it has been for me a few times. I put myself through school as a trainer, and then I went down the entrepreneur train, failed in a couple businesses. And in that process, my body went completely sideways. I got super fat, but in my mind, my identity was like, I still have this. I'm a trainer. I know what to do, but I wasn't doing it. My body went sideways. In the wise words of Shakira, the hips did not lie. But for me personally, I held it all in my midsection up above my hips just a little bit. The body will always tell the truth. The body is actually your first shot at creation. It's your first shot at co-creation with God. You were created in his image, in his likeness, and your body is one of the most powerful things that you will ever have to experience while you're alive and well. Take care of it. Here's a hard truth about your body that you need to hear right now. You can fake confidence, you can borrow authority, you can outsource systems, but you cannot negotiate with your body. It will shine back to you in the mirror exactly what your daily disciplines are, who you are and how you show up, and how you care for this first creation that God has given you. Your body is not rebelling against you. Your body is not revolting against the discipline that is required for it to feel and perform better. Your body is revolting against the inconsistency and the lack of belief in the miracle that you actually are. You were born for greatness. Believe in the fact that you can be, do, or have whatever you want as you align yourself with truth. God wants you to win. Your body is the vehicle to do it. If we zoom out just for a moment, all of these domains point back to one truth. Your business is how you steward what you've been given in the world. Your balance is how you bring that stewardship home to the people who matter the most. And your being is who you become in the process of doing it all. But your body is your first shot at creation. It is where your belief turns into behavior and where your intention turns into evidence. It is the receipt of your discipline. Now here's the part we don't say enough. God does want you to win. You are created in his image. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. Even if your brother said you were, you are not. You are a walking, talking, breathing miracle that God wants to win. When you are living in alignment with that miracle and with the truth that God has placed in you, you show up different. You lead your family better. You respond instead of reacting. You're someone that your kids look up to and someone that your spouse can lean on. Alignment without action is just inspiration, and inspiration without accountability fades fast. So as we move forward in the next chapter of the show, the next chapter of Sell Anything, we're going body first, intentionally, because the body is the ultimate playground for mastering the game of life. The body keeps the score. The body tells the truth. It is where consistency compounds and the evidence is irrefutable. It is the ledger of your habits and the receipt of your discipline. Over the next stretch of the show, we're not just talking about alignment, we're building it. We're bringing systems, frameworks, and accountability to the table to help you turn your body into the masterpiece and miracle that it always has been. I want to echo the words of the master artist Michelangelo. When asked how he created David, he said, I simply chiseled away at the granite until everything that David wasn't there. And that is exactly what we're doing with the systems, frameworks, and episodes coming your way to help chisel away everything that's not you and help you truly be sold on the masterpiece that is yourself. So, like, subscribe, and make it a great day, and we'll see you next time.